Welcome back again, folks, to the Outdoor Vigilantes. This week we've got a deer hunt with Brian and Jayden Herron out in Pike County, Illinois, where the big boys are. It's a youth season, and Jayden was blessed enough to draw a tag to be able to go out to Pike County, Illinois, to see if he can't take him a nice buck.
Alright guys, we're doing something different tonight. Instead of hunting out of that hay bale blind, we set up our own blind right here in this nice little food plot we got. This food plot's got a lot of good pictures of bucks on here. Hopefully we'll be able to whack one right here, because this is where they always love to be. We've got all their meals right here. We've got some good trail camera pictures. It's kind of risky plopping this blind right here, but we're in good cover and it's worth the risk. I think we're going to be aggressive tonight. I feel like we're going to get one tonight.
Well, when they get out on this farm, they decide that this hay bale blind that they were wanting to hunt in is not quite exactly where they wanted it. So they go ahead and they run and gun and they pop a ground blind up and they get in it. And a little nervous about the setup because it's a fresh blind at the edge of the field. They kind of brush it in. They're praying for the best, and let's just see what happens.
That's a pretty risky move to go from a stand that's established like it is and move a blind right in pretty much on top of the deer at the field edge, but it looks like it's paid off.
Well, it's not long, and the first deer comes out into the field, and she's got horns. It's got horns. Now Jayden gets excited and he's wanting to take a shot, and you have to remember they're in Illinois, so Jayden has a shotgun. This deer's out there a little ways, and Brian is trying to calm him down and wait, trying to get the deer to turn and come back. And he's just not real comfortable with that far of a shot with that shotgun. Well, while they're watching this buck and they're trying to convince him that they're a hot doe and to come on back over here, here pops out another buck. Now this buck's a little bit closer. He's in what we call the dead zone, and Jayden's getting excited because he's wanting to put the hammer down. Well, they watch these two bucks for a while, and finally the closest one turns just right, and Jayden puts the hammer on him.
Just put it right in the middle, okay? Yes!
Dropped him.
Yes!
Dropped him. Oh, good shot, buddy. Good shot. That was 111 yards. Nice. Now there are the guys back in there. Look at that. Dropped him in his tracks. Nice shot, bud. Nice shot.
I don't know where Jayden learned to shoot like that, but somebody taught that boy how to put it on the mark.
What just happened, bud?
Just dropped a nice 8 in the field. He dropped in his tracks, didn't go more than a yard. He's laying right there in the field. I can see him right now.
That's awesome.
I'll go out there and get him.
Great job, buddy. That's how you do it. Here in Illinois, Pike County.
Pike County buck is laying on the ground.
That's right. First Pike County buck. 8-pointer, buddy. Way to get it done. That's awesome.
I was a little bummed out when that 6 passed us. Got some great footage of that 6. I was a little bummed out. Didn't think I'd get a good shot at it. I was wanting to take a long shot. But we were talking about one might pop out. You never know, because now that you see it, there's a little hump. So you can't really see where they come out right there in the woods. You can only be able to see them right there. And when they come over here, they pop out right on the hill, and that's exactly where I shot him and where you could see him. 6 came out the exact same place. 6 down there probably took off into the woods, but the 8 ain't going anywhere.
Good job, buddy.
I don't know how Brian gets his kid to talk in front of the camera like that. Mine are always shut mouth. Now this Jayden Herron, he is a natural in front of the camera.
Oh guys, it's been a beautiful night. Sally, I'm gonna be able to pass this one up. I already got mine laying in the field right next to him. Seems like he's coming this way too. Beautiful buck. Beautiful. That'll be a good shot, but he ain't too big.
To get where you want to be in life, as a man, as a dad, as a hunter, you will carry some heavy loads, and through them we realize that virtues like strength and reliability matter most. From ourselves and our gear. Ultimately, what matters is not the weight of the load, but how we carry it. Alps Outdoors.
I started this mineral lick about 1.5 years ago with just OV mineral, and just starting this out in the middle of a pasture where I know big bucks frequent. The does cross here. It's a natural crossing. They come out here. They're not scared. It's kind of a safe area for them. They've got CRP all around them, and as you can see with this mineral site, how much this has helped the deer, but not only helped me locate where the deer are coming from, where they're going to, and that's only going to equal success in the future.
Absolutely. Now this is an amazing mineral site. It's dug out 3 foot by 6 foot deep, and I'm looking at this thinking, how do I get one like that? So if any of you guys want to know how to do this, how did you start this hole?
Well, I got with our host Cody Lucas. He created this mineral with not just killing in mind, but actually the health of the herd. He wanted something that was going to help all aspects of hunting. So he gave me this. He said, try this out. This is my own mixture. It's in the testing phase. So, you know what? I'll give it a try. And here we are 1 year later. This is going to be our 3rd or 4th application in this hole. And 1.5 years later, we have this big of a hole. We have numerous pictures of big bucks, does, fawns. Every deer in the area is coming to this lake.
And this is an exciting time of the year because this is when we really get to see these bucks. They love coming to these licks, especially early. Before September, they'll just come in there and nail it, especially with their antlers growing. And you'll see them in velvet. You'll get all these velvet picks of these awesome bucks. And it's important to have this out all year round as well. There he is.
He's right next to him.
Yep.
He was eating right next to him.
I know.
Alright guys, got a nice 8. I'm going to be bringing him home tonight. So happy, this is my first Illinois kill. Pike County, Illinois, this is where the big ones are. As you got some nice footage. The 2 bucks going over the hill. 1 made it for the woods. The 6 he made it for the woods, but he was still out there for a while when we were leaving out. He got about 2 yards out of the blind. That little fella popped out here. Got this nice 8 just like him, but I think I'm more happier with him and couldn't take 2. And if I could, I would take this one. Had a perfect shot at him. This is Outdoor Vigilantes, and I am Jayden Herron.
Great job, guys. Great shot, Jayden. What a memory. I tell you what, nothing beats having your buck in the back of the truck, having a bigger buck come out after you shoot it, and then as you're driving out of the farm down the driveway, you see old Grandpa. Son. Now, I don't know what I'd have done. I'd probably, I don't know, cried like a baby, chewed on my hat bill. What a buck.
Boys, I think I'd had to put a shock collar on Cody because he'd been trying to roll the window down and poke a gun out.
Son. Final Step cover scent. The only one on the market that I know of that's 100% all natural. Here in Missouri, we like the cedar scent. They got several scents to pick from. If you like to hunt, trap, you name it, this is the stuff to have. When we run trap lines, we spray everything down with this. It smells just like cedar. It's unbelievable. 100% natural. When we go to the tree stand, we spray it on. We spray it on when we get in the tree. It's like we were never there. We get ground blinds. We spray it on the blinds before we go in. It's like we were never there. This stuff is absolutely amazing. Final Step cover scent. 100% all natural. If you want to bring home bone like this, you better make Final Step your last step in your scent elimination system.
Well, here we are youth season again. Cody has got the whole family in the blind. He's got himself, Peyton's behind the camera, and he's got little Hailey out there, and it's her turn at the plate to see if she can get one on the ground.
Hi, we're down at my grandpa's farm today, and we're hunting in this shooting house. My dad's, and it's really warm in here. And my dad's got this big old food plot out here, and he's got pics of all these big bucks, so wish me luck.
Well, now I've got my daughter Hailey Lucas. Her sisters, this is the youth season here in Missouri, and her sisters just smoked a big one. We got a phone call. Terry's son Brad had smoked a good buck. Everybody's killing deer, pressure's on. She's wanting a deer so bad she can't stand it. This is, here we have 2 days, and this is it's a Saturday and a Sunday, and this is Sunday evening, so it's now or never for Hailey. I've got her in this old shooting house that we built to keep them out of the weather and keep them comfortable, and I've got Peyton, my 16-year-old son, he's running the camera, and I'm trying to keep Hailey in there and get her on these deer, and let's just see what happens.
Well, here we are with little Hailey Lucas. I tell you what, these Lucas girls, they are deadly with a rifle in their hands.
Now, it's not long, and two doe come out in the food plot in front of the shooting house, and Hailey said, "Nah, I'm not going to shoot one, Dad. I want to wait for a buck." And then the questions started. She said, "Dad, you think a buck will come before dark?" I said, "I don't know, sis. It's hard to say." You know, what do you say to that? If you say, "Yeah, let's wait," and they don't, you're going to have to hear about that on the way back to the house. So I let her make her decision, and it's not long, and she decides she's going to go ahead and take one of these doe.
Did you see the shot that she put on this deer? Man.
You doe, didn't you? You got your doe. Huh? What do you think about that? Did that all on your own? It's my big girl. What time is it? 4:52. You did good. Two of them come up right in front of us, didn't they? Huh? What do you think about that?
Now you're putting brother to work.
Hey, you drilled it.
Hey, she made,
You did good. You drilled it, sister. What do you think?
I want to go get it. That's what I want to do.
You want to what?
I want to go get it.
Well, we're going to go get it.
let's go get it.
Okay. Well, fortunately, she made a good shot on this deer. It runs over the hill out of sight, and we can't wait to get out and get our hands on it because it's been one of those weekends that we won't soon forget. Terry's boy, Brett, got his first buck. My daughter, Lindsay, she killed a stomper of a buck. Now, here's Hailey. She's got her a doe. All of our kids are closing in on these deer. You just can't beat this. This is unreal. This has been a good season. Well, now, as you can tell with the shot, since the shot was a little low, it was where she wanted it, but just a little low. So as we're tracking this deer, it goes into a thicket, and it's kind of got me just a little bit nervous, but I just didn't think it went too far. Well, we tracked this doe about maybe 75 yards, and she goes into a big old briar thicket with some cedars, and I can see her down in there. She'd expired, and I couldn't wait to get Sis down there. Well, you know, Sis's shot may not have been spot on, but it was good enough to get the job done and get it done quick. We was able to recover this deer. And, you know, you sit here and you think about it, and this is why we do what we do, is to spend time with our kids and make memories, you know, not just for the television, but for us. After Terry and I are long gone, our kids will be able to, heck, they'll be able to show their kids this footage of their first deers and their big bucks and their does. That's what it's all about. Take the time to get your kids out here in the woods and take them hunting. I've always said, if you take your kids hunting, you'll never have to hunt your kids. Well, Sis, there it is. What do you think?
I like it.
You shot a little low, but you got it. It went about, 50 yards. Went about 50 yards. That 257 Roberts does good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Does real good. Did you think you was going to get one tonight?
Yes.
You did? We was in that shooting house where it was warm, wasn't we?
Mhm.
How many come out?
2.
You made a good shot. You was wanting to shoot so fast, I was afraid you was going to miss it. But you got it, didn't you?
Yep.
You got this one. Your sister got a big 8-pointer. This is another good year. Last year you girls both killed, didn't you?
Mhm.
And this year you both killed. How about that? I'm proud of you. Proud of you, baby. Well, folks, you've seen it. My daughter Lindsay killed a nice 8-pointer yesterday. She's 7. My daughter Hailey here is 9. She shot a nice doe here tonight. Be good eating. I tell you, if you haven't taken your kids out hunting, you're missing out. There's nothing like taking these kids out and watching them enjoy the outdoors. It's a tradition that we have to pass on. Had a good time tonight with Sis. She got her a deer, and we're 2 for 2 on the youth opening weekend in Missouri here. It don't get much better than that. And like we always say, if you take the time to take your kids hunting, you'll never have to hunt your kids. Now, Sis, what kind of hunting was we doing today? We went all what on them?
Outdoor Vigilante.
Outdoor Vigilante, that's right. Went Outdoor Vigilante on them, didn't we?
Yep.
All right. Proud of you. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed the show this week. We love bringing you the kids out in the outdoors. If you would, please go give us a like on Facebook. You can check us out on the web at www.outdoorvigilantes.com. Thanks again, and we'll see you back here next week.